Right, tell you there, champs. Now, the G14 from ASUS was one of the most game-changing, disruptive laptops coming out there. It really did change what we thought of portable sort of gaming power. That was a laptop that you could actually use for other stuff other than gaming. It could replace your sort of Ultrabook because you had, NVIDIA GPUs, AMD CPU, so you had good battery life. You could use it as, home, office, had all-day battery life, and of course, game. It was sort of like the unicorn laptop, but now Razer have had their go at it, and this thing here has the latest AMD processor. We are talking the Ryzen 9 6940HS processor, whoa. And that's what makes this laptop so special, because I don't believe you can make this laptop with an Intel CPU. I mean, if you want the biggest, thickest gaming laptops that don't have great battery life, but they're great for gaming, but they're thicker and heavier, and they're called muscle books. Intel call them muscle books, like muscle cars. Yeah. You're most likely going to get an Intel, because really most of them are Intel. It's hard to actually get an AMD one. But when it comes to something like this, something you want all day battery life, you want something portable, lightweight, premium, I think you can only do it with an AMD processor because of the battery life, right? You could stick an Intel CPU in here, but the battery life would suffer. Even the H parts, the battery life is not going to be as good as these AMDs. And the best thing about these AMD processors is you can turn off the discrete graphics and use the inbuilt Ryzen graphics, and then you can get actually decent gaming time on battery. So this really is the unicorn laptop. Is it the G14 killer? Well, I gotta say, it's just Razer's take on it. If you like the flavor of Razer, one of the best RGB keyboards you're gonna get, this RGB is amazing. This trackpad is actually amazing too. The feel of it, that clunk on it is just wow. I gotta say, that's the best clunk on any sort of trackpad I've used. It has a great gaming display, 1600p, 240Hz, 16:10 as well. It's color accurate, bright enough, and around that sort of 500 nits, so perfect. And it comes with an RTX 4070. This one does. You can get lower models with 3060s, 3070 Ti's, 4060s I think as well. This one here is the 4070. So you get all the new NVIDIA technologies there. You get great battery life with the AMD CPU. You can actually game on the AMD CPU graphics, so the Radeon graphics built in. It is just like a perfect sort of, sweet spot of everything. Lightness, it's around 1.8 kilos, something like that. So I think it's less than 4 pounds. It is just wow. This thing is amazing. THX audio on this thing as well. I would say the audio is actually pretty decent for a laptop. No, it's not the best audio I've heard, but it's pretty good. That THX certification, I mean, I actually listened to the THX demo, it was actually really good on this. So yeah, ticking all the boxes here. All day battery life, I could get up to about 8 hours battery life. It does go to 60Hz when you're on battery, and yeah, that is all day to me. Once you get around 8 hours, and we're talking like, I think it's a 65 watt hour battery, something like that. We're talking gaming, right? So you can game on this thing, and it's got the power to play all the latest games with an RTX 4070. It's a 100 watts. It sustains about, look, this is a total package of about 140 watts. So that's CPU and GPU together. It can boost up to 140 watts. It's around 100 watts, this sort of like GPU. If you just game, it'll do 100 watts. And the CPU, because it's that HS part, doesn't use that many watts. 56 decibels under full load, so that's par for the course there with gaming laptops. You can put it in silent mode, and hey, I put it in silent mode gaming, and it was still great for gaming. Premium build, as you would expect from Razer. Razer always make premium products. It has USB up to 100 watt charging, or, should I say USB 3s. It's got all the ports you want, USB type A's. Doesn't have Thunderbolt, actually. All the ports you want, no. No Thunderbolt. Do you use Thunderbolt? Yes, no. Well, if you say no, you can still get this. If you need Thunderbolt, AMD. I haven't seen an AMD laptop that comes with Thunderbolt. You can upgrade the RAM in here as well, SSD, so yeah, that's really good. I like that it's not soldered on. Actually, there are models that it does have soldered on. Make sure you check if you want to be upgrading. This thing here is just like the ultimate spot on balance of everything, battery life, good screen, good screen resolution, good amount of power, and 140 watts in 14-inch package, like ultrabook package. You can still push 140 watts. It's got like a, what is it, 240 watt power brick? Is it 230 watt power brick? You're not going to use 230 watts. Maximum, you're going to be using like 160, 170 under boost, but mostly about 140 watts total package there. As I said, battery life is great for a gaming laptop. Premium build, it's just a great laptop. And yeah, the G14, you're going to be worried here, although I think the G14 cost a bit less. So yeah, pick your poison there. Maybe go with which one you could get on a deal. They're both great laptops, but yeah. Anyway, catch you in the next one, guys. Check out this thing. This would not be possible with Intel. No, you couldn't do it. You'd have to have an AMD CPU. You'd have to cut the battery life down if you use an Intel product, and it would be a lot hotter, maybe a bit louder too. So yeah. Anyway, catch you in the next one, guys. Tally ho.